The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business. Right here in Central New York. The Local Show is locally produced by Zoey Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Welcome back and welcome in. This is hour number 2 of The Local Show. Get ready for engaging interviews with Joe Scripa, the owner of the Scripa Group, Real Estate and Property Management. Sean Patney stops by. He's the owner of Preferred Power Sports. George Powers, owner of Powers Accounting. And then finally, we're going to talk with Josh Ling. He's a pastor at Redeemer Church in Syracuse, and hopefully that'll bring everything together for us. Right now, we say hearty, healthy hello to Joe Scripa. How are you, Joe?
Great, Tom. How about yourself?
Hanging right in there.
We finally got some sunshine out there.
Very nice. Yeah,
warm
indeed.
Weather.
And I feel that I'm going to overdo my vitamin D, but the doctor says no. Just keep taking it. Because
does that come from the sun?
Oh yeah, that's the best.
I don't
place
pretend to know these things. So
I'm loaded with vitamin D.
Yeah.
I'm a sun magnet.
Okay.
Joe can get dark skin really fast.
So what is that? So doesn't vitamin D make you happy?
Yes. Oh, there's lots of stuff.
You need more of it, Tom.
Well, yeah, I've taken bottles.
They say the darker your skin gets, the more melatonin you have.
That's
it actually
right.
starts to block it. It starts to block the vitamin D.
So then you got to take it.
That's why us Italians we're all depressed.
Well, yeah.
We start to block it.
My relatives are from Wales and Sweden. What chance do I have?
You'll get all sorts of vitamin D. It'll come right through.
That's great. So what have you seen in the real estate market, both residentially and commercially?
I'm going to tell you what I'm feeling here in town.
Mm-hmm.
This is I should put a disclaimer on it. Don't take it to complete heart, but it's what my predictions are. And what I'm seeing is the residential market remains extremely, extremely tight.
Mm-hmm.
When you say tight, explain that. What is tight?
Tight means limited inventory. Buyers, there's 10 buyers for most every house, unless the house is overpriced.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 things sell a house: price, condition, and location. And right now, pretty much anything in Syracuse or the suburbs is a good location.
Yeah.
So condition, if the condition of the house is decent, it all comes down to pricing. And right now what's happening is, a house goes on the market. One hit our office a few weeks ago around, I think, the mid 3s and bid up over 400,000.
So if you price it where it should be, you get more money. If you price it too high, nobody looks at it. It seems like there's
and it does. There's a stigmatism that happens there. Okay, so now I'm going to go on to commercial real estate. We have the same thing going on. Everybody says, well, there's signs everywhere. There's commercial real estate everywhere. Well, the fact is everybody leaves a sign up for good advertising and to get the phone calls. Okay. But the fact is industrial space, not available. You can't get big industrial space. Even retail space is starting to.
So zoning of industrial. So if I want to build widgets, is that industrial or commercial?
Well, most likely building widgets, manufacturing would be an industrial or light industrial. Like in the town of Salina, they have multiple industrial classifications. So there's light industrial, which allows you for maybe building some small widgets or assembly. And then there's manufacturing and cutting steel with big process, like Solvay process or something like that.
Okay, they're not going to let me put that on Route 31.
Well, on Route 31 in the Micron zone, yes, that's going to be all an industrial park. It is?
Okay.
Yes. So in a lot of those suppliers will be supplying, equipment and tools and different parts and components for Micron. And it might be for their machines. It may not be for making the technology components. But now here's my real prediction. If you have real estate, it's time, and you're thinking about selling it, there isn't a better time. I personally believe, based on everything I'm seeing, that we are not going to see a downtick of interest rates. I believe we are more likely to see an uptick in interest rates.
So you think things, okay, so that's why you're saying now rather than 2 points from now or if it goes back up?
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not saying there's any definite that it's not going to go down. It certainly could. But if it does, I think it'll be a blip in the screen and it's going to pop right back up. I think everything's saying we're heading towards a different type of inflation that we saw in the 70s, the stagflation era, which means prices will just continue to rise, and we're going to see interest rates like we did when we were younger in the teens.
Yeah.
Tom's trusting Bidenomics. What do you say to Tom?
Well, I say spin the wheel and drop the ball on that roulette. You know? So I say now is the time. If you're thinking of selling, sell now, because if the interest rates go up, price compression does begin to happen.
And then people will be able to get their
And if
mortgages.
you own a piece of commercial real estate and you're trying to handle it on your own, we're getting into that market where it's getting a little funky because pricing is fluctuating. So I say get somebody on your side.
Right.
Now I want to talk about something kind of exciting. You guys are Liverpool-esque kind of guys.
Yes.
The Lakeshore Drive-In. Remember Lakeshore Drive-In?
Loved it.
Dude,
Yeah.
their little diner was in there too.
Okay,
Yes.
right now, if you drive by there, and we kind of put it together with the owners, great local owners, and a couple great companies in architects and JW Construction. We introduced them to the ownership over there, and if you drive by there right now, a whole new facade is going. It's been a little tired looking.
Yes.
But you're about to see the old Lakeshore Drive-In come into its own, get remanufactured. Thank you to Ryan McMahon, Onondaga County.
So what are they doing? What are they doing there?
Just new facade. You're going to see new facades coming on. Owners have a plan maybe to build another building out
There's
front.
land there.
Yeah, they got a lot of land. They've got about 10 acres. Great site for.
Can they put a drive-in in? Because I missed the drive-in.
I know, right? The drive-in would be kind of cool. It would have to be a technological drive-in nowadays, though, right?
Yeah.
Some sort of digital screen. But it's kind of cool for Liverpool. Everybody, close to us where we're sitting here now, Galeville area, Oop Meadows, all that stuff. People, the village of Liverpool.
New businesses that you know of?
No,
or-
but everybody in there right now, it looks a mess. And, because the construction's happening,
Yeah.
Diana Jewelers is there, for instance.
Absolutely.
And
Been there
they're
forever.
open. They're open. They've been there forever, right?
Yeah. The Chinese
Ever since-
restaurant right there.
The Chinese restaurant. Everybody's
Yeah.
open and operating. So along with shouting out a great local owner and a couple companies in architects and JW Construction for putting such a beautiful new facade on that building. All those businesses are still operating in there today underneath all that construction, which is, so if you get a chance, go to Diana Jewelers, go to the Asian food.
restaurant.
Yep,
And there's a karate place or something.
Karate's in there. Yep. There's a daycare center. Yeah.
So tell us, do you feel that anybody has room for hotels here? I mean, what are we going to do to get hotels?
We have so much room for hotels, and we've actually been involved with a couple, that might sprout. There's definitely room. I know that there's going to be some new ones in Liverpool, believe it or not, in Hotel Row up there. There'll be some new ones happening. I think there's definitely room in the downtown market. And there's opportunity.
Do you specifically look for businesses like that in your business? Do you like look to bring people in, or?
Well, typically we'll get, yes. The answer to that is yes. But more often than not, we'll be working with a developer and they say, hey, we have a Hampton Inn. Hampton Inn would like to be in this zone.
Okay.
Can you help us locate the right spot for that?
I see. Yeah.
So if somebody has property they want to have a conversation, 452-1200.
That's it.
Commercial,
452-1200.
residential, whatever they're trying to do, 452-1200. ScripaGroup.com.
That is it.
And Scripa is spelled like it sounds.
SCRIPA.
All right. Thank you very much, Joe, and you have a great rest of the day, okay?
Yes, you as well.
All right. Sean Patney's coming up next. He's the owner of Preferred Power Sports. We'll get the skinny on what's hot right now for toys in the summertime. Right here on The Local Show on 570 WSYR.